It is an act of profound bravery, or perhaps exquisite foolishness, to open a suitcase. You invite the world in, or you let something out. For Newton Artemis Fido Scamander, it was always the latter. And in 1926, the battered, magically expanded case he carried was not just luggage, it was a sanctuary, a portable Eden, a ticking bomb of biological wonder that he clumsily, apologetically, and immediately unleashed upon the most magically repressed city in the New World, New York. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is not a prequel in the traditional sense. It is not a story that leads to Hogwarts, it is a story that breaks away from it, leaping an ocean to explore the anxieties of an entirely different magical society. This is a world drained of the cozy, autumnal charm of the Scottish Highlands, replaced by the sharp, metallic tang of the Jazz Age, the rumble of unseen subways, and the pervasive chill of suspicion. The magical government of North America, the magical Congress of the United States of America, is a creature of paranoia. It operates not from the eccentric, labyrinthine Ministry of Magic in London, but from the Gothic, imposing cathedral of the Woolworth Building. Its primary law, Rappaport's Law, is a brutalist piece of magical legislation, total, unyielding segregation from the non-magical populace, the No-Maj. In this world, fraternization is a crime, and the simple act of a No-Maj baker named Jacob Kowalski stumbling into this hidden reality is a catastrophe of the highest order. Into this powder keg walks Newt, a man who is the walking antithesis of this environment. Portrayed by Eddie Redmayne with a breathtakingly gentle diffidence, Newt is a magizoologist, a Hufflepuff, and perhaps the first true conservationist of the wizarding world. He is a man who can only make eye contact with creatures, his gaze perpetually averted from human trauma. He is, in essence, a whisper in a city that only knows how to shout. His mission is ostensibly simple, to return a thunderbird to its natural habitat in Arizona. But his true passion is education. He is writing a book to convince the wizarding world that these beasts are not monsters to be feared and destroyed, but creatures to be understood and protected. This philosophy is immediately put to the test when his case, thanks to a mischievous, treasure-hungry Niffler, springs a leak. The film's initial delight, and its most marketable charm, is the chaotic scramble to recapture these escaped wonders. A kleptomaniacal platypus-like creature, an enormous, rhinoceros-like erumpent in heat, a chameleonic demiguise, they become the catalysts for the plot. They are the force that binds the film's central quartet: Newt, the awkward academic; Jacob, the No-Maj baker whose only dream is to open a bakery, a man of pure warmth and wonder who provides the film its heart; Auror Tina Goldstein, a demoted Auror, brittle with ambition and a desperate need to do the right thing; and her sister, Queenie, a devastatingly powerful Legilimens whose mind-reading has left her both impossibly empathetic and achingly lonely. But this whimsical chase, this magical romp through a meticulously crafted 1920s New York, is a masterful misdirection. It is the bright, glittering plumage of the Akemi, distracting the eye from the true, dark heart of the story. Because while Newt is chasing his beasts, another beast, one born of pure human suffering, is tearing the city apart. The true monster of Fantastic Beasts is not a beast at all. It is an obscurus. This is J.K. Rowling's most potent and terrifying creation since the Dementor. An obscurus, as Newt explains from his own tragic experience, is a dark, parasitic, uncontrollable force of magic. It is created when a magical child, through abuse, fear, or persecution, actively suppresses their own nature. It is a magical autoimmune disease, a conjured cancer of the soul. The child, the obscurial, is a living time bomb, rarely surviving past the age of 10. The film's central tragedy is Credence Barebone, the adopted son of Mary Lou Barebone, a puritanical, anti-magic fanatic who leads the Second Salimers. Credence is a young man so violently repressed, so starved of love, that his obscurus has not only allowed him to survive into young adulthood but has grown into a force of apocalyptic power. His story is a psychoanalytic horror film existing in the margins of a fantasy adventure. He is a walking, screaming metaphor for the devastating cost of repression, not just of magic, but of identity, of self. This is where the film's two plots collide. Newt is hunting a creature. The other antagonist, the severe and powerful director of magical security, Percival Graves, is also hunting a creature. But Graves is not seeking to protect. He is seeking to weaponize. He has been manipulating Credence, promising him freedom while exploiting his pain, all in an effort to harness the Obscurus as a tool to shatter the statute of secrecy and instigate a war between wizards and No-Maj. The climax is not a simple duel of wands, it is a clash of ideologies. Newt, the man who believes in understanding, attempts to reach Credence, to calm the storm, to heal the trauma. Graves, the man who believes in power, seeks only to control it. The eventual destruction of Credence at the hands of MAC-USA's Aurors is a heartbreaking, brutal, and necessary moment. It is the systemic, fearful power of Makusa obliterating the very victim it helped create. And then, the final, brilliant twist. Newt, a man who understands creatures, sees what the trained Aurors cannot. He sees that Graves's magic is of a different, darker caliber. With a simple, revealing spell, Graves is unmasked. He is not Graves at all. He is Gellert Grindelwald. This reveal, the cameo by Johnny Depp, is the film's grand statement of intent. This is not a standalone story. This is the first chapter of a new saga, the story of the first great dark wizard, the man who, before Voldemort, terrorized a continent with his philosophy of, for the greater good. The man who was once the friend, and became the nemesis, of Albus Dumbledore. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them succeeds because it trusts its audience to grow. It relocates us from the familiar, safe halls of a school to the complex, morally gray world of adults. It presents us with a hero whose bravery is not in his power, but in his empathy. And it introduces a central conflict that is profoundly, painfully relevant. A battle between those who seek to build walls and those who seek to understand what lies on the other side. The film ends on a note of exquisite melancholy. The city is repaired by magic, and the No-Maj witnesses, including the wonderful Jacob, must have their memories erased. The bittersweet farewell between Jacob and Queenie, and his eventual, subconscious inspiration for a bakery full of fantastic beast-shaped bread, is a testament to the magic that endures. Newt Scamander leaves for Europe, his case in hand, having left an indelible mark on a city that will never know he saved it. He came to America to release a bird. He left having confronted a demon, unmasked a tyrant, and proven, in a world terrified of monsters, that the most dangerous ones are always, always, the ones we make ourselves.